Josh, should I do my final 1.0 tier list? I'm kind of down. As a reminder, I am not as knowledgeable in Wuthering Waves as I am in Genshin. So take everything with a grain of salt. Okay? Please. Please take it with a grain of salt. This is just my opinion. There's some things I'm very confident in, like Havoc Rover being very good. And some things I'm a lot less confident in. Like Baija actually being a pretty underrated character. Anyways, I think this time I'll only do one instead of doing an individual one for each. Verina's hard to rank in my opinion because she's currently the best healer, but like I'd rather play a Jiyan team without Verina than any non-Jiyan team with Verina. So I don't, and like she feels so bad to play. You know, so I'm just sitting here like I don't know if Verina even makes it to the highest tier. Verina's the only good third slot we have right now. Yeah, but she's not even that great. She's the best third slot, sure, but is she actually a great third slot? Back in 1.0, your best two teams for 4 stars only were was it 1.0? No, back in 1.1. Yeah, back in 1.1, your best two teams for 4 stars only were Taser and Revmelt with Diona. Or actually, back in 1.0. Taser and Revmelt with Chongyun. Does that mean Chongyun is a good 4-star? No. It's just the best thing you had available, right? Because you didn't have a lot available. 15% all damage for 30 seconds to all units that you saw to Mortify and double buff Jiyan. I mean, sure, but 15% isn't that much. Like, what makes you think we're not gonna get a unit that gives us 30% 2 patches from now? Honestly, if Verina didn't intro in the air, I would put her in S comfortably. But the fact that her intro puts her in the air makes me want to fucking... I will put her in S, but I think it's going to be towards the bottom of S. Jiyan is probably the best unit in the game.
This is a testament
right now. He's a carry that's competitive with other carries in single target, if not better. But he's also by far the best in AoE, and it's not even close. Venti and Chao at the same time, yeah, basically. It's very possible that long term he loses value if they decide to always make content that isn't good for him. But the fact that both for the first tower and the second tower reset, right? We're getting a first Jiyanable wave on the second chamber in the middle tower makes me think that we're probably gonna be able to make use of this grouping quite well, even in longer even longer term. I'm not gonna rank either of those two because okay, I think Havoc Rover actually makes it into S tier. I consider Havoc Rover to be the second best carry after Jiyan. I think it's between Havoc Rover and Encore. I think they're both competitive for it. But Havoc Rover's more front-loaded damage profile, I think, is more valuable. Especially when you consider the fact that we are guaranteed to get significant improvements to Havoc Rover from Constellations in the coming patches. And I think Yinlin also makes it into S. Her damage is alright, but the main reason why she makes it into S is because the size of her AoE is just so good. Yinlin has a Nahida problem where she'll suck in multi-wave, but does she really, considering you can just swap back to her whenever? Like, it's not that bad. You do lose her buff, doesn't matter. I think Encore is going to be at the top of A. And honestly, I don't think any other carry makes it into A. I'm going to put Sanhua, I'm going to put, where the hell? Mortify. Both of these are very strong characters that are only very strong when paired with characters that specifically take advantage of their outro really well. I think it's completely fair to say that because Jiyan is so strong, Mortify should be an S. Just like it's probably fair to say that because Sanhua has better synergy with characters in general, because pretty much every character has at least some form of basic attack scaling, maybe she should be an S. I think you're kind of fine putting them either in S or high A. I'm not sure if I want to put Dungeon in A. I want to put Dungeon like high B or low A. I'm not sure. I think I'll go B, actually. I think Dungeon is high B, Baija is high B, Alcharo is high B. Mikey, the main reason why I'm not sure I want to put Verina in S is because honestly, I think in a lot of teams, playing a 2-unit team without with nothing else isn't that much worse than playing with Verina. Like, Verina is good, but the team DPS increase isn't actually that high. And I think now we're getting into characters that are generally considered underwhelming. So, Here's the thing about Spectro MC. I think Spectro MC is actually arguably better than Dungeon for holograms. Spectro MC's frames for holos are actually so fucking insane. But like, Havoc MC does so much damage that you never want to not play Havoc MC. If you could play Spectro MC with Havoc MC, I think you would, but you can't. The thing is, I kind of want to have a bottom B tier. Right now, all three of the characters in B, I feel like I would consider high B tier. And I need some low B tier characters as well. Maybe Jensen can make it into high B. Something like this. The thing about Yangyang is she's one of the characters that gains the most from constellations. At C0, she's 100% D tier, not even close. At C1, at C6, she's probably high C. But like, I don't know, man. We've seen the solo Yangyang TOA strat? Yeah, I have. It's not very good. In the previous TOA that gave you a significant arrow buff and heavy damage buff, he was just barely able to solo floor 3, which is not that good. So he's not completely worthless, but that's reserved. That's his role. You know what the worst thing though? The worst thing is like, and part of the reason why I don't know if I really want to put Verina in S is like, if your argument is good third slot is good because we don't have a lot of good third slots, then maybe Yanu actually makes it into C. Because he's a playable third slot. Not a good one, but a playable one. But even then, I'd rather run Jiyan as a third slot, honestly. Please don't put Lingyang in F. Lingyang's not going to be an F. I think Lingyang is better than Yangyang. Am I really doing this? I don't know, man. The main thing about Lingyang is that I've seen some footage of Lingyang quick swap with Encore, and it actually didn't look too bad. I think in double carry teams, he's actually not that bad. Because his outro is actually really good. It's not great. And it's not Encore's best team. But I think it is a viable Encore team. I don't know. Maybe I just leave them all in D. Maybe put Jiyan above, just because she's kind of nice to have on holo fights. We can put Alto here, I think. This is something I'm really not sure about. Jiyan can solo Memphis 6, Lingyang can't? Really? I'm sure he can, it's just that literally no one plays Lingyang. The only person that I know who plays Lingyang is 1010 and 1010 gameplay Omega lol. Yeah, I'll put Alto above just because he's like a decent support for Jiyan. 1010 gave up on Lingyang. That's crazy. And then Tauchi. I think Tauchi, Alto, and Spectral Rover I'm like not really too sure about. But the rest I'm somewhat confident, I think. Do Yano cons fix his issues? Well, his issues are that he doesn't do anything and his cons don't really do anything, so no. Like, his C4 or C2 or whatever, it triples his skill multiplier, but like, his skill multiplier is so bad to begin with that tripling it doesn't make it deal any relevant damage. I think there's a possibility that Yonwoo becomes a little bit better with Zunshi's release because he's a coordinated attack unit. Another CZ said Yonu is a support waiting for break DPS. What? Yeah, we just need Ranmei, true. We're just missing Ranmei and Firefly in this game, and Yonu is gonna shine, true. If you had all characters, what would be your teams to clear the tower? That's a good question. So, yeah, someone had asked me this earlier, and let's think about it. So, like, I would use Jiyan, Mortify, and some worthless ass character on the last slot for the first one. But I would only use it on the last floor, not on the first 3 floors. So that you can also use it against Morning Eggs in the middle tower. The second floor of the middle tower. Then the first floor
is a testament to my connection with the world around me.
1-4 and
it's very much my companion.
2-2.
Bearing witness to it.
For the third side, the last one is Heron. You probably want some Yinlin team. You can use Kalcharo. You don't really want to use Havoc Rover. You could use Encore instead. It doesn't really matter. I think you would use Kalcharo here. And I think this one would need Verina. This would be 3-4. And then middle, for the monkey, definitely some sort of Havoc Rover thing with Verina. But I don't know who the other character would be. Yeah, we probably just use these. That's probably what I'd do. 2-1. These two, and then these two. And then for this team, probably use Baija. And then use the spare stamina you have on Havoc Rover with like Sunhwa for the earlier floors and maybe Encore. That's probably what I'd do. Bye-bye!